Hey, good morning, it's Owen Bigland. This is the Inside Edge video blog. I'm going to do one more blog here on the short-term mentality that a lot of people continue to have when it comes to investing or buying your principal residence in Vancouver or buying an investment property or buying a stock. And this comes about because I've had a lot of comments lately on my YouTube blog, but I see these same postings on the globeandmail.com and the vancouversun.com. And it has to do with people commenting saying that, Mr. Bigland, how can you recommend people buy real estate in this overhyped, overinflated bubble market? Prices are at all-time highs, and yes, they are. We are at new record highs for just about everything, detached homes to condos. And part of the reason for that is that we've got record low interest rates. So actually, the affordability is about what it was back in 2008 because interest rates are much lower. But the thing is, I've always stressed on my blog here how when you're buying real estate or buying a stock, you buy it for the long term. You should have a long-term horizon, and it doesn't matter what the short term does. If we get a 10 or 15% correction in a couple of years, who cares? And a lot of people take offense to me saying that. They think, well, what are you talking about? I would care. If I bought a house and it went down 20% 2 years from now, well, why wouldn't I care? I'd be panicked. Well, you need to change your thinking, and I'm going to try and put it together here in one more blog here. I realized when I started this blog that a lot of people are going to understand what I'm saying, and then there's going to be a lot of people who don't, and more importantly, don't want to know what I'm putting down here. They have no interest in it. They're set in their ways, and that real estate's going to crash, and you're better off renting and whatever. So, let me put it this way. If you don't like the current situation in the Vancouver market right now, you don't like the current prices, for God's sake, why are you beating yourself up posting to these blogs? If you don't like the current situation, no problem. I can understand it. We are at record-setting prices. Then just stay on the sidelines. Now, I don't know whether you've got the down payment anyways to buy a place. I have a feeling a lot of those people don't, and they're just complaining. But let's say, for argument's sake, you do. Then just stay on the sidelines and wait for this opportunity to come. Now, we don't know whether it's going to come next year or 8 years from now. That's the whole thing. Market could go up 40 or 50% from here, and then we take a 10 or 15% correction. Who knows? That's why smart people, intelligent people, experienced investors know that time in the market beats timing the market. And timing the market is really a mug's game, because what you're saying by staying on the sidelines, which by all means do if you want to, but realize that now what you're doing is you're going to be a market timer. What you're saying is that I'm smarter than the market. I know something that other people don't. So I'm going to stay on the sidelines and I'm going to wait for this correction eventually to happen, and then I'm going to buy at a lower price. So if that's what you want to do, that's totally fine, and I can understand it. It's human psychology, actually. I mean, a lot of people think that way. But keep in mind a few things. A, you don't know when that correction is going to happen. The market, as I say, could go on another 50% tear here, and then we get a 10 or 15% correction. I mean, there's been bears in the Vancouver market here for 20 years that have been calling for a correction. Some people have been on the sidelines for 10 or 15 years. The market's up 300% since then, and hey, maybe one of these days we'll get a 20% correction. You're still down 280%. But timing the markets, that's fine. But keep in mind as well that will you be able to pull the trigger when the market does take a correction? And eventually it will. I've always said here, markets don't go up forever. We've had a run here since towards the summer of 2013, so we've had a nice run here for the last 2.5 years, but we had a correction in 2012. We also had one in 2008. Hey, it wouldn't surprise me at all if next winter we could get a 10 or 15% correction. Who knows? But we could go on another tear here for another 30 or 40% before we get it. But keep in mind that when we do get that correction, will you be able to pull the trigger? And in my experience, most people can't. Go back to the blogs that I was doing in 2012. That was the last buying window we had. Prices were off 10%. It was like pulling teeth to get people to look at listings. The only buyers I had back then were people that were shrewd investors, experienced real estate buyers. The rest of them were frozen on the sidelines because every day in the newspaper was, hey, market's down 10%, Buyers aren't buying, prices are coming down, Chinese buyers aren't buying anymore, all these dark clouds. People were saying, well, this is the big one. It's down 10%, but I think it's going to go down another 20 or 30%. So they were frozen. Next thing you know, it was down 10 and then it bounced right back up within a matter of months, and you missed that window if you blinked. So keep in mind, will you be able to pull the trigger if we do get that correction? And that's up to you. But again, if you don't like the current situation right now with the prices, and the reason the prices are so high is because the interest rates are so low, then wait on the sidelines, become a market timer, and see if you can outsmart the market. But the odds are stacked against you. Most successful investors, guys like Warren Buffett, will tell you that you're better to just be in the game. Get in the market, keep a long-term horizon, and realize that short-term corrections are just that. You're going to get these corrections. They're normal. I mean, wouldn't it be wonderful if we could all buy a house in Vancouver and the prices just went up forever in a continuous line? Every year they went up 3%. Or if we bought a share of Coca-Cola and every single year that stock price went up 3 or 4%. That'd be wonderful. Boy, it would take a lot of stress off everybody. But most people realize that that just isn't the way the world works. Markets go up, the price of your Coca-Cola shares will go up for a few years, then it'll take a 10 or 15% breather. Intelligent investors, smart investors look at that as a buying opportunity and buy on the dips. But if you're going to make your money work for you, whether it's in real estate or stocks or whatever, you have to realize that there's going to be some short-term fluctuations there. It's never going to go up in a straight line. So smart people in this market today realize that I've got a long-term horizon. It sure beats renting. I'm going to buy my principal residence. Yes, I'm paying top dollar for it, but I'm going to hang on to it for 15 or 20 years. And I can ride out those short-term fluctuations or those short-term dips. Remember, it's only on paper. If you buy a house today for $1 million, 2 years from now, it drops 10% to 900. You haven't lost $100,000 unless you are forced to sell the house, which you're not going to do. You need a roof over your house. It's your principal residence. So keep that in mind. You don't have to take the loss. The only time you have to take the loss is if you're forced to sell. Smart people realize that those dips are going to come, those corrections, but I'm hanging on to it for 20 years and I can ride those out. So yes, even in today's market, it's a fantastic buying opportunity. You're paying record prices, but you're also getting record low interest rates, and that's how real estate works. Interest rates go up, prices go down. Interest rates go down, prices go up. It's a teeter-totter. So most people realize this. They focus in on the long term, not what the prices are going to do in the short term. And until you realize that it comes with the territory. You buy a house or an equity, anything that's based on a market value, it's going to have ups and downs. But it's so simple to come out ahead as long as you have a long-term horizon. And I see on the Globe and Mail so many people just don't understand that. They question why I can be out there recommending people, if you can afford it comfortably, you can qualify for the mortgage, and you've got an 8 to 10 year window, buy now. Why wait? You're throwing your money out the window as a renter. People come on there and say, how can this guy be recommending that? I would be worried if the market went down 20%, and I tell people, don't worry about it. Because they've got a long-term window, a long-term horizon. Life doesn't work where prices go up in a continuous line. That's unfortunate. It would be nice if it did. So keep that long-term horizon. Stop focusing on the short term. There's always going to be these short-term corrections. I'm Owen Bigland. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.